Over the past few weeks, I've been grinding out the Tier 4 career challenges, and these are something that, as a Day 1 player, I appreciate because it gives me something to work towards while I play the game. You know, I already have a ton of money, I'm basically max rank in terms of the game's unlocks through rank, and I own pretty much everything that I would ever need in GTA Online. So I think the career progress is ultimately a really good idea and is one of the best things to come out of the DLC. But unfortunately, there's a lot wrong with it, but I just did want to get that out of the way before I say what I'm about to say now. This video is going to get pretty heated, just letting you know. So there's a few major problems I have with the career challenges. The first one is that some of these challenges are just not designed or were not tested with the missions they're assigned to. Case in point, the casino mission pistol challenges. The challenge says you have to complete all of the casino store missions on hard difficulty only using a pistol. Which you might think, oh, that's not too bad, you know, just don't use any other gun besides a pistol. How hard can that be? Well, the problem is that if an NPC dies any other way that doesn't come directly from your handgun, you fail the challenge. And the game's not going to tell you that you failed mid-mission at all so you can restart. The only way you know if you failed is if you beat the mission and find out later that you have to repeat it because it didn't check off. Now let me tell you a story. I was streaming the other day trying to do the bad beat mission with only pistols. I tried it once solo and got absolutely railed by the AI gunfire, so I decided to invite people to hopefully have an easier time completing the mission because there'd be more people to shoot the enemies and not just me. Well, not only is this mission just horseshit to begin with because of the AI and the rapid fire bug that could just blind fire you from a mile away with the Combat MG and kill you in like half a second somehow, but when you add on this dog shit pistol challenge, it just makes it much more frustrating. So we got to the Juggernaut part of the mission, and well, we thought, you know, let's try to stun gun the Juggernaut to have him stay still so we can get an easier shot to kill him with our pistols. But that doesn't work, by the way. He's just immune to getting ragdolled by the stun gun. But the stun gun is in the pistols category, so we figured, hey, we probably wouldn't avoid the challenge if we shoot him. Well, turns out the stun gun is in the pistols class, but it's not considered a pistol, so to say. So firing it right there avoided the challenge. But whatever, we wanted to see if that worked, so no big deal, we'll just do it again. It only took us a couple tries to get to that point regardless. So we do it again, go through the entire mission, complete it only using pistols, and somehow the challenge still isn't checked off. Huh, that's weird, isn't it? Come to find out, the helicopter's on the mission. If you just shoot the pilot like any other player would while trying to take out a helicopter, the passengers inside of that helicopter will blow up from the helicopter crash, and since they died from a source that wasn't your own handgun, even though you caused the helicopter to crash by shooting the pilot with your handgun, you fail the challenge. So we tried it again, this time waiting until all the passengers rappelled down from the helicopter so only the pilot was in the helicopter before shooting it down. But hold it right there, mister, because the helicopter can also crash into other people on the rooftop and kill them after you shoot the pilot. And that's completely random where the helicopter is going to fall after you shoot the pilot, as we all know. So if that happens, the challenge is also voided, for the same reason that you killed the enemy with something that wasn't a pistol. So basically, if you want to complete this challenge for bad beat, you have to just sit there and let the helicopter fuck you with bullets until all the enemies are taken out on the rooftop, and then you can shoot the helicopter down so that no one dies from the crash. Why in the fuck is this a problem? Why is the game not just checking the guns that I shoot on the mission and saying, if I only shoot a pistol and nothing else, then the challenge completes. Any other gun that I shoot, it'll avoid it. But if I stick to only using pistols, then it stays complete. Arguably even worse than that, though, is another casino mission called Play to Win. You have to go blow up some tanker trucks around the map, and I think I've done this mission 4 times now. If anyone dies in the tanker explosion that isn't just the tanker itself, even though you shot it and blew it up with a pistol, it fails. If you manage to crash into an NPC and they die from the collision, which happens so often, you fail the challenge. You have to fucking not hit anyone on the road or else you'll kill them and fail the challenge. Have you ever heard of something so fucking moronic? Well, it gets worse. Because I had such a perfect run of this mission where I made sure no one else died from the explosions. I made sure not to kill any NPCs in traffic. Followed all the rules of the road like a good boy. Made sure to kill the tanker drivers before I blew up the vehicles so they wouldn't die by the explosion. None of the tanker explosions caused any human death. The only people I killed were straight from my pistol. And guess what? It still failed. What a shock. It turns out the cabs blowing up with the tankers themselves somehow avoids the challenge, so what you have to do is go and steal the cab and basically drown the trailers in such a way where the cab isn't destroyed but the trailer is. It is fucking stupid. That's not what the challenge is. The challenge is I can only use my handgun. Any damage I cause with my handgun, even if it kills people, should not make the challenge fail. If I shoot an explosive barrel with my pistol and that kills people, that's my pistol causing the damage. I shot it with the fucking pistol. It didn't magically blow up on its own. It's clear these challenges were just tacked on to these missions with hardly any thought about, is this even possible? And they definitely weren't tested. That is for 100% sure. If you even play through it one time, you'd see that it just doesn't work the way it should. Another gripe I have about the career challenges are the rewards for the individual tier 4s. Let's reference the casino tier 4 again. For doing all that, you get a Paragon R sports car for free. Do you know what you get just for completing the casino missions for the first time as the host without even doing any challenges? Not even on hard difficulty either, mind you. Just completing the missions for the first time. You get a free armored Paragon R, which is just straight up better than the regular one. How does that make any sense? Why is the reward for completing the missions better than the reward for doing 100 casino work missions, all those hard mode challenges, and the previous tier challenges? At the very least, the money amount that you get for the tier 4 should be increased if the vehicle reward itself is going to be lackluster. Like, it should give at least $3 million on the Paragon R, not $250,000 in the Paragon R. Another example, the Heists tier 4. And you know what, let's talk about the challenge for it too. $50 million earned from the OG Heists. Are they insane? This is the same as the other heists, except not only do the OG heists pay less than minimum wage, but they require 4 players for the setups and finales, whereas Casino and Kaio, you can set up and prep solo, basically, and do the finale with 2 players for the Casino, or by yourself for Kaio, which means the cut is split up much less, and you get more of it. And the challenge doesn't count the total amount of money you steal in the heist. No, it only counts the cut that you take. So at most, you get 55% of like 2.5 million for pack standard. And that's assuming you don't get shot at all, which decreases the take. You still have to do the heists like 45 times. That is absurd. And your reward is an armored Kuruma, something that 98% of players buy to do heists and other PvE content to begin with. That's like the equivalent of McDonald's having a special where if you spend $300, you get a fucking free small drink. Like, wow, thank you. How very enticing is that? You see this problem around all the tier 4s, the reward problem, but the OG heist I would say is the worst culprit because of how bad that $50 million challenge is. That's one I'm not fucking doing to get the Nico outfit. Fuck that. The biker's reward is a Western Daemon, a random ass 140k bike. Why isn't the reward for this the Lost Slam Van? An actual rare car that people want that you have in the game files, but for some reason you don't give us? The only way to get it is off the lucky wheel as a mystery prize. The contract tier 4 reward is the Yuga Custom, the Lamar Weed Van, something that players have been wanting forever now, ever since they blacklisted it a little while ago. That reward is justified. And look, I know it's unrealistic to expect some new unique car for every single one of these challenges for the tier 4 reward, but then, like I said, if you can't do that, then make the monetary reward massive then, not just $250,000. The amount of money you'd be making just grinding out the tier 4 challenge is gonna absolutely tower the measly 250k you get for completing it, at least for most of the challenges. You're telling me if I make $50 million off Kaio, I get a free Winky? A fucking Winky? I could be wrong, but I think that's one of the cheapest cars in the Kaio Preco update. That's the best you could come up with for the tier 4 reward, not a Trador, an actual good vehicle, or even the personal vehicle version of the vet tier truck that was cut from the game. There were liveries for it found a while back suggesting that it was going to have some customization for it. But no, we get the fucking dick, a Winky. For Arena War, the tier 4 reward could have easily been just a personal vehicle version of the Space Docker. You know, you have it as a Pegasus reward for getting to level 500 in Arena. Why not just let us put it in our garage? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We have fun in the game? God damn, what a crime. Or even the rusty tractor, that shit would have been funny. Just having a stupid ass rusty tractor in their garage, it's funny. And people like that shit. Why can I come up with these things, but the people making like 6 figures making the decisions behind this game can't? It just boggles my mind, man. It's also a massive slap in the face that it's called career progress, yet all of the heist progress for my 10 years of playing the game just doesn't count for the challenges for some reason. I probably made well above 50 million just from the casino heist in my career, but that doesn't count. You have to start your career over, I guess. Way to just shit on long-time players. But yeah, I just wanted to vent my frustration about the design choices here. I'm still going to go for the Nico outfit, don't get me wrong. I'm getting that shit. But once again, a progression system made by Rockstar leaves a lot more to be desired. Thank you guys all for watching, and have a great day.